Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Judi. Well, these are my dogs Poppy and Maggie, and I am running so-and-so, and as you can see I'm out for a run. So let's get on with the run and I'll catch up with you all very soon when I get back to the house. Come on girls, let's go! Come on, off we go! They won't be going too fast this morning because my camera will be shaking all over the place. Oh, every good dog deserves water. Every good dog deserves water. Oh, look at them. You can probably hear them. I can't move because I've stopped my Strava. Here's Maggie. And it's Poppy I need to catch actually. She won't come up for ages. She's there. Hello. You're going to jigger up my time this morning, young lady, aren't you? Come here. There you are, back from the run. The dogs, as you saw, had the most fantastic cool down. And actually I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint. We are now actually on Sunday, not Saturday. Because yesterday I set to and I tidied. And I tidied and tidied and tidied. And then I went to look after my grandson and fell asleep. So let's start with what I am wearing. I am wearing another Underwood tank dress from Sew House 7. It is a lovely top or a dress, which is why they call it the Underwood tank top and dress. So you can have it as a tank top to here, or you can lengthen it to a sundress. This one sits just above my knees. It's a beautiful, beautiful length, and you can swish around in it. If I've got a picture of me wearing it, I'll pop it up there. I think there's a picture of me and Lorianne, or Lorianne and I, by a waterfall in Hawaii. So there you go. And the fabric I've used is one by Brogan, who is Crafty Pie. It's absolutely lovely actually. I've got another piece of this fabric. I've got it in the pinky colour as well. I got this one, came from Carolyn Rose. The day I went to meet our lovely Sam, who's so like Sparkle with Sam. So I thought, as a huge change today, which is something I don't normally do, I'm going to talk about plans. I don't normally do a plans video because I like a little bit of fluidity in my sewing and I like to be able to go with the flow. But as with a lot of us, time is precious. And I'm not going to say I've not got any time for this because I'm just one of so many who are time strapped. Because I think I'm a superwoman and I'm not. And I wear myself out and then I fall asleep. So I thought it would be really good just to have a few plans going forward for the next few weeks. And I have categorised my makes. I've got a book here, look at this. I'm actually doing well because I've written down for the last few vlogs what it is I want to say, which is quite unusual for me, trying to get more prepared. So, before I go any further, I must say thank you so much to everyone who has watched, liked and commented on my last video, which was about Sew Skin Summer. Sew Skin Summer, here's a little picture about Sew Skin Summer. So let's talk about Sew Skin Summer now. First of all, thank you for the wonderful comments this time of the year when, or let's roll it forward 6 months time for those of you who are in the southern hemisphere. We get into the spring season and the sun gets stronger. The sun can also be strong in the winter, especially if you're skiing because it reflects back up at you. So let's just say whenever you're out in the sun, let's be sensible. Now I'm a little bit passionate about this. I've not had skin cancer, but some of my very good friends have. And one of them was one of the people, her story was one that I shared on my Sew Skin Summer video. Now I don't want to use her name, she has been in touch with me and said she is so touched by your comments. She has read them, especially those that have thanked her for sharing her story. She is very, very passionate. She is doing incredibly well and is due to go on holiday to a hot area and will be taking lots and lots of precautions. So let's just focus my first area of sewing on Sew Skin Summer. So I did find the Sunhat pattern that I have made, the one that I was wearing in the last video, and it was the bucket hat by Afternoon Pants. I will put that in the description box below but it was a free pattern. It's by Afternoon Patterns and their bucket hat pattern. And that is one thing I would like to make this summer. So that needs to go. I run out of space. I've got stuff everywhere. And I do not like being disorganised. I'm going to move that off the sewing machine and put that over there. Start my pile face down there. So the next thing I would love to make, or no, let's start back. The next thing I want to make is the Denis shirt top by Lenaline Patterns. And I have this beautiful candy striped mint green and white candy striped fabric, which I bought from B&M Fabrics in Leeds. They need to be made this month because they are for a challenge. They also slot in with everything else I want to make, because I'll tell you my thoughts in a minute before I go any further. The other thing I promised you was the Revel topper by Sew House 7 as a sew along. So I intend to do that bank holiday weekend, and I'll need a lot of quiet time to do it, and I have booked it in with my kids and I've said, don't you dare get in touch with me, because I need my time for you. I'm being Kitchener. I'm doing it for you. No, I'm not. I'm also doing it for myself because I need a new Revel topper. And so I got this fabric in a Beyond the Pink Door subscription box quite a while ago, and I absolutely adore it. I adore it so much that I didn't know what to make with it. And when I don't know what to make with the fabric I like, it tends to stick in my stash. But when Sew Skin Summer came along, I thought instantly this is the right fabric because it's like a seersucker. It's got quite a good element of cotton. It is a little bit, you can see through it a little bit. Let's have it the right way around. So it's not totally opaque, but making certain you've got your covering of sun cream on, you could make a beautiful top out of this. And it's a little bit more structured, so I think it would give us a beautiful Revel topper. So she says looking for the Revel topper pattern, which she had out a minute ago and has now lost. I'll be back in a minute. I found it. Here's the pattern. So this is going on my makes pile. But what I thought was, with the bucket hat, how about doing because the bucket hat's reversible, I can use both of the fabrics and have a reversible bucket hat for my Sew Skin Summer. Now, time for the link in. So I have been looking at what I need, not what I don't need. And for that end, what I am going to tell you I'm going to make now should make some kind of sense. I have a lack of easy to wear tops and bottoms in my wardrobe. And I'm just going to mention this briefly. Since I went back to Slimming World and lost all that weight last year, and by the way, keeping your weight off is not easy, and I am continually on a battle to keep on top of it. I need leggings to wear to school, and I need really simple t-shirts to wear to school. And to that end, I went into not my local boys, but last weekend I had a lovely day with my son and daughter-in-law. And Rachel and I went to boys. We went to boys in Brighouse. And I couldn't believe my luck, because when it's school, I don't want to spend a lot on the fabric for the garments that I wear to work, because let's just do, for example, I could get wet. I could get on Friday and Thursday last week, I got covered in clay. I had a ball. I mean, it was absolutely, we absolutely had such a fun time, but my clothes were covered in clay. I can get paint on them, Play-Doh on them. I love to be with the children. So if my clothes get dirty, it really cannot matter. So, and if they get damaged, which they could do when we go into the science garden, I just need to be mindful that I shouldn't be wearing anything too precious to school. So when I saw these fabrics, I was over the moon. So I have bought 3 colourways, which is most unlike me to get 3 lots of fabric all at once. I went for this beautiful sage green. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. And this beautiful oatmeal. They also had the matching ribbing in the sage green. I thought, I can't believe this. And the price is £9 a metre, £6 a metre. And I thought, do you know, if I wear them this year and they get completely trashed, it doesn't matter. So I thought, this is such a good buy. I sent Rachel back to get some more. And I said, Rachel, if you get the chance and you are going to Boys, she said, I'm going to Boys, do not worry, Judi, I can get you some more. So my daughter-in-law and I had the most fantastic trip to Boys together. I must tell you this, we actually, we had a family outing to IKEA. Have you ever taken a 17-month-old to IKEA before? It was hilarious. Ollie just looked at every single toy and then put it down or gave it to us to put back. And then kept going around IKEA going, light, 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 hiya, ta, hiya, like this, and this went on. It was absolutely comical, but Tristan, bless him, dropped Rachel and I off in the centre of Brickhouse. And we went to Brickhouse Boys. So she then went and got me the navy blue. Now the navy blue is currently on my island with pattern pieces pinned onto it. And we have 1.5 meters of navy blue and we have the navy blue ribbing. And the aim is to make Sew House 7 Skyline tees. And I like to make, as she calls it, the dual neck, which is a higher neck. And I'm going to do, there's a little, this one here, with a little cap sleeve. So it looks like this one, and I give it a little tiny bit more length because I'm that little bit more conscious now I'm that bit older. Do you know, actually, I think I've got enough of this to make a t-shirt in, and I could make a t-shirt in this, and I could top it with that. I always like to have, the one thing I really do like in a stash is the ribbing. So if I ever want to make a top, I can do. I'm also hoping to make the ringer tee for the boys, and Rachel said, oh my God, what is this camera doing? For my boys, I'm going to leave that in, like, folks, because that's what happens. It goes light, dark, light, and it just mucks me about, and I'm spending hours going, edit. So I thought, no, I'm going to leave it this time. I'm going to let you see what it's like, and then we'll see what it looks like. Anyhow, so the ringer tee. So Rach said, could I make Ollie a ringer tee? Well, if I make a ringer tee for Ollie, I obviously need to make one for George because I like to treat them exactly the same. So that brings me to my essential list of makes. I have categorised these makes as Sew Skin Summer, Essential, Hopefully and Dream. So let me put this little pile of fabrics back. Isn't it beautiful? So, also in the essential category are some more, this is going to be a bit of a theme here, folks. And the theme is because I know that these patterns work for me. Another pair of free range slacks by Sew House 7. I adore my free range slacks, and if you remember when I went to the Stitch Festival, I bought a beautiful linen viscose from Sister Mintaka, so I cannot wait to get that made up, and that can go into the pile. So the next thing on the essential list are a pair of Belem trousers, and maybe two. I'm not actually going to say I'll definitely do two, but the Belem trousers are these beautiful paper bag style waist trousers with a slightly tapered leg by Maison Fauve. It would be absolutely lovely to get those made up. And I have got this beautiful simple fabric, which again I got from Boys. It's a bit of a chambray. They're all cut out and ready to go, but I knew what I needed to make, and this is why I started to list in order when I needed to make things. So my pile in order, if you're with me so far, is the jerseys. We'll get that made. Then it will be the Sew Skin Summer wear. Then it will be the Belem trousers. It has to be in that order so that I get everything done within time. I'm hoping to get the jerseys done this coming week. Now I do have another piece of fabric, and if I can, I would like to try and make another pair of trousers out of that, possibly Belems. So I'm going to put that on there. and I'm going to come to an alternative further down the line. So that is my essentials. Leggings. Oh yes, leggings. I've not talked to you about leggings. So apart from t-shirts in the essential, I have got a pair of my ultra favourite leggings, which are the Oolah leggings. Sadly, that pattern, if it is available, I'll stick a picture up. If there is no picture, there's nothing I can do. I'm not going to show you the picture unless I can get them still online from the Fold line. They were selling the PDF pattern, and I don't know if they still are. They were by paper cut patterns, and oh my gosh, they are just, for me, they work. So I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm not going to buy something I don't need to buy unless it's absolutely essential, such as the jersey for work. So from there, we go into the hopefully pile. So the hopefully pile has got 2 sweaters in it. And the first one would be a second Ressac. Now, in the hopefully pile, I'm starting to think about my forthcoming trip to see Lorianne over in Oregon. And this year, we are going slightly further up north to Alaska. So it is essential that I have some warmer wear. So I have in my stash this beautiful poppy French terry, and I bought some more from First for Fabrics, ribbon it, and I thought that the white and the floral would make an utterly delightful Ressac sweater from Maison Fauve. Now the next thing in here would be a Juniper cardigan, and I have this stunning, this has been in a project bag for years and it needs to come out. I think it's been in a project bag for 3 years. So I have this Juniper cardigan pattern by Jennifer Lauren, Handmade, and I have this absolutely stunning pink Angora knit from Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door. Now this was one fabric that I was fortunate enough to purchase when I actually visited her while she was still in Ireland. Now the next pattern I do have on my hopefully list is another Sew House 7 pattern. It is the very famous Sew House 7 Burnside Bibs. I have never made this, and this pattern was given to me by Peggy when we visited her studios before she let them go. And I have got in my stash this piece of like teal blue linen, and this is a colour I like to wear. And as I say, I've got some of this, and it would actually look, wouldn't it? If I could make a skyline to go underneath it, it would look quite good, that, wouldn't it? Underneath, or even Underwood tank. So I have that, and I think that this would make the most stunning pair of Burnside bibs. I am literally going through this in order. Put those over there. Now then, we then go into the dream section. And there are 2 items in the dream section. 2 items in the dream section. One is the Oxbow jeans, again by Sew House 7, and I have this absolutely stunning, really stunning canvas from Peggy, and she gave that to me. I did buy the pattern myself, she hasn't given me the pattern, but I think this would make the most stunning pair of Oxbow jeans, and I'm going to insert a picture here of Peggy wearing a pair of Oxbow jeans in this fabric with a Revel topper. Now, what do we think? Revel topper, hold on a minute, let's see if we can squeeze it out. It's rather lovely, isn't it? So that is a combination that I would dearly love to make. Now this fabric is really extra tough. It's a really strong cotton canvas. And Peggy has told me that I need to wash it. It's gone overexposed again. Wash it a few times and it will soften off. Now, the last pattern I have over here, again, has been in this project wallet for such a long time. And it is another piece of stretch twilled viscose from Beyond the Pink Door when I was in Ireland, and it's green and it's never been washed. I could either make a pair of Sew Over It ultimate trousers, or maybe the Brooklyn pants by Maison Fauve, which are slightly looser. Now this is very definitely in the dream section, because I honestly think it would be an absolute miracle if I got all of this made before I go to Oregon in the summer, because after all, like the rest of us, I've got a life to live. I've got work to do, I've got grandchildren to see, I've got Castle Howard to do, I've got so many, oh, and I've got the embroidery to do and the patchwork to do. I can but have dreams and plans, but those are all items that I would like to work through. There's one item that I've not popped on, and that is the beautiful new blouse. I can't even pronounce it. The Hesperide blouse from Maison Fauve in the beautiful, in this fabric, again from Maison Fauve. Now, Lauriane and I would like to do some sewing together, and that might fall into the sewing that I take to Oregon to do in Oregon. I do have the Avenir jumpsuit to do by Friday Pattern Company, and I'm going to use the Beyond the Pink Door fabric from, not the last box we've just had, but the box before. I've got that all washed upstairs, ready to go for that one. Whether that gets done or not, I don't know. It's not even on the list. It would have to go, I tell you what, let me write it on the list for, what should we call it? Beyond Dream. Beyond the Dream. How does that sound for a Beyond the Pink Door fabric? Beyond the Dream, I'll put the Avenir jumpsuit. Because these are all things that I need in my wardrobe, not things they are things I would like in my wardrobe and things that I need in my wardrobe. It's not things that I'm making on the whim. And everything will match together, especially if I can get the, if I could have got the second pair of Belem trousers done, for which I have the stunning viscose from Maison Fauve. And in fact, I'm going to get that out and put that in the Belem trouser packet, because I think that's probably what I need to make them out, because that would go beautifully with a Hesperide blouse. And they're all lightweight viscoses, because although we're in the summer season, when I'm going off to Alaska, it will be that little bit colder, and because the Hesperide is long sleeved and the Belems are long legged, it should give me a little bit more protection and a little bit more warmth. So those are my plans, and hopefully what I've chosen will work together with each other. I just need to be really, really careful with everything it is that I make and what I choose to make. And I have some remnants of fabrics in my stash, and it's those remnants that I would be using to make this, and possibly if I wanted another Denis top, because that doesn't take much fabric, and neither does the Revel topper. So if you have a remnant in your stash, you could use that remnant to make something like a Revel topper, a Remy Raglan, and a Denis top. Or if you've got a remnant of a jersey, you could pick up an Underwood tank. So that is my thinking. It's to use what I've got rather than buy new, and I'm very sorry I bought new jersey, but I didn't have any plain jersey. Everything jersey in my stash is all patterns, and I needed plain. I might be able to get more leggings out of the jersey that I've bought, especially the oatmeal coloured one. That would make a lovely, lovely pair of Oola leggings. Now there was I was going to talk to you about flat locking, because I don't know if any of you have been watching Alison, who is so like Dottie, over on YouTube. Now, Alison has been telling us all about the various techniques she's been learning at Baby Lock Academy. So, using my Baby Lock guide as a back, if I can find the back, the front, the back, the sideways. There we go. So, using my handbook as a back, I have been practicing with a thread that Alison recommended, and it's called woolly nylon, and it gives you the most fantastic, can you see that, look, beautiful smooth, gives you this beautiful smooth line of stitching. Now I did try several, and I experimented with the stitch length, so that's probably a slightly wider stitch length. Then I experimented with the stitch width and made it narrower, and I think that's the one I really liked. I had a really close stitch and it wasn't very wide, and I did one more. Is this the really narrow one? No, that's the narrower one with a longer stitch length. So woolly nylon, I've just googled woolly nylon and I cannot remember the company I bought it from, but it's on my machine at the moment. I think it's actually Baby Lock woolly nylon, and you put woolly nylon in your lower loopers, and you put the standard thread in the top loopers, the stitch ones, the ones that don't loop around, and literally, guys, you just need to practice around and see what happens, because messing around with these threads and following what some of our other fellow vloggers do can learn so many different techniques. So there you go, a little bit of, without me actually giving you a demo, I've shown you the stitches. I wanted to know what woolly nylon did, so somebody said you'd use it in your lower loopers and it does great with your flat locking. I think it was L'Oreal. I tell you what else, it does a fantastic one. It's brilliant when you're doing a rolled hem. Oh, it gives such a smooth finish. I can't, oh, I could put it on a rolled hem now. Shall I quickly do that? Hold on. No, I'm not going to, because I've got it set up for, no I can't, because it's set up for flat locking. I've got the two that I've got it set up ready to do navy. Because although the colour of thread that I've got is royal blue and I'm using navy, it will look quite smart together, she says, hopefully. So there you go. I do hope you have enjoyed what I've shared with you today. It's been wonderful having you with me today. If you haven't subscribed, it would be wonderful if you could. Thank you so much for watching one of my last vlogs. I really appreciate it, and I will get round to replying to all the comments that I haven't done yet on the previous vlog. I have had a few days off from sewing. I have done a make for somebody, which I will be looking forward to sharing with you hopefully within the next 10 days. I've got a few new makes to share with you in the next 10 days, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's wonderful doing these secret makes, but they take your time and you don't have much to show, because I'm not a fast sewer. I'm quite a fussy sewer. I'm a fussy, steady, slower. Anyway, let's stop waffling, because I'm going to go away and edit this now and hopefully get it out to you sometime very soon. I'm not going to rush. I'm just going to take my time. So for now, I hope you are well. Do remember, put on the sun cream, cover yourself up, wear a hat, protect your skin. It's So Skin Summer. It's Skin Cancer Awareness Month. Please take care. Have a lovely time no matter what you're doing. A super week, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.